Decatur Raw, Houston, we have a problem. Can you explain the Bank of America Ninja Loan Program? I went online and searched their site for bank-owned properties, and there was one dilapidated property for $500K. Crazy. If you don't know what ninja loans are, it's no job, no income, no assets. So basically, you get a loan. This is what they called the adjustable rate mortgages from 2006, 7, 8, when people were able to get houses just making crap up on their mortgage applications. Yeah, I make $400,000 a year. Yeah, I've got a Ferrari, whatever. And then like, oh, you're approved for $1 million house at 1% interest for the next 2 years. It'll balloon to 5 billion % interest, and you're gonna lose everything. But for those 2 years, it'll be grand. Those are the ninja loans. The Bank of America program that I think you're talking about is the one that's specifically for, I believe, minority folks in neighborhoods which are traditionally redlined. I don't think they're necessarily ninja loans as much as Bank of America covers the down payment on the loan. And so if you're in Central District in Seattle. I don't think it's come to Seattle yet, but if you're in the Central District in Seattle, which was a traditionally redlined neighborhood in Seattle, you could get this Bank of America loan if you are an underrepresented minority to buy a home or a business or whatever in the Central District in Seattle, and Bank of America would cover the down payment on that loan. I think it's something they may have had to negotiate due to civil rights lawsuits against them for supporting redlining. If you guys don't know what redlining is, there used to be maps in cities, and they would literally draw a red line around certain areas and say anyone inside that red line cannot be approved for a bank loan. So this was generally the ghetto, places that minorities were packed into, and they wouldn't let them be approved for loans. So they couldn't buy property inside their neighborhoods. So there was no generational wealth to pass on to their kids. And it was a great way to sort of subjugate an oppressed minority for a long period of time. Because as long as you keep them from having money, you keep them from having power. And a lot of covenants and housing developments were written, a black person can't buy this home. So you get a deed, like you buy a home in a development, and your deed for that development would say, like, you cannot sell this home to anyone except another white Christian. And so if you had sold that home to someone else, the deed could be made null and void by the covenant, by the easement that the developer had on that property. So there's entire cities. Portland was a city who had that all over the place. So my guess is that Bank of America with these particular loans is the result of negotiations based on lawsuits that they were a party to, or a defendant to, I should say. Yeah.